about recruiting and some things that you can do to bring some key people in. Today, we're going to talk about performance incentive plans. We want to do this because we want to help you incent your employees to do better at what they do. So we're going to go through a couple of steps to do that. Today, what we want you to take away is, one, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's not these, spreadsheet formulas that you have to put together. I'll give you some easy steps to be able to put something like this into place. So we want it to remain easy, and for you to be able to take away something that's very simple and that you can actually, plug into your business, very quickly. If you think I look good today, it's because I have help. Our sponsor for today's session is Coldbox Films. They are a live professional live streaming service that takes your live videos to the next level using professional production equipment, clear audio and graphics, things like nameplates, logos, and more. If you'd like to take the hassle out of your next live video and look professional on screen, visit the link right here to learn more and book your session today. So let me give you the steps of what the performance incentive plan looks like. The 4 steps really are easiest. 1, define your purpose. 2, identify the people. 3, quantify and share the value. And 4, define the incentive. So we're going to go a little bit more in depth on each one of those. So let's talk a little bit about defining your purpose. What results are you actually looking for this particular performance incentive plan? So that's going to take some thought. You're not just going to kind of, we just want to increase sales. Let's talk about what exact results you're looking for. So you want to identify those specific goals, and it just doesn't have to be around sales. You can really incentivize anything in your business. So sit down, think about what you're trying to accomplish, whether it's efficiency, whether it's you want to get people to do more in their particular area. Again, so think about the specific goals that you want them to accomplish. And then tie that vision, tie to your vision and strategy of the company. So if you haven't done a strategic plan or you have not done any visioning, it's certainly a time now to sit down and talk about where you want to take the company, and then tie these goals, these incentives to that plan. So let's talk a little bit about where we can tie some of this in. So when you're creating your position descriptions, you'll want to put some of that in there. So this will help incentivize people that are on the outside looking in. They pick up your position description and they look at it and go, wow, that's something that I want to participate in. We also want to include it in our performance appraisals. So this is something that we want to reward people for achieving. This could be something that they get promoted and or get a raise from. So again, work that into the fabric of how both your position description and your performance appraisal. These also need to be incorporated into your key performance indicators. So if you have your top 5 to 8 key performance indicators that you're really looking at, we want to make sure that you're incorporating that into these performance incentive plans, as well as talk about it at every team meetings. Maybe have a scoreboard and those types of things that will help, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. And then, of course, incorporate that into your strategic plan. Again, if you don't have one, now is a great time to put one in place and incorporate these performance incentive plans into that plan. And then operating results for functions such as sales, collections, quality, and efficiency improvements. These are very important to be able to do that right here because, again, these will help make your business more efficient, operate better, almost like a well-oiled machine. So again, we'll talk a little bit about how to do that. Next up, identify the people. Who will you incentivize? So this is always a struggle for some of my business owners, people in business, managers. Do we do it on an individual basis or do we do it on a team basis? And I know what some of the common questions are out there. Is that, Tom, not everybody's competitive. This type of incentive won't move the needle. They're not interested. We always get the same people at the top when we're doing incentive plans. So again, understand your work culture. Understand who, if you have some non-competitive people out there, it doesn't have to be super competitive, but we're just trying to reach that next level. So maybe you make it a team incentive and have everybody kind of rally around and bond into that situation. So again, you need to pick out whether it's an individual incentive or whether it's a team incentive going forward. Number three, we want to quantify and share the value. So what financial impact might your desired results achieve? And how much will you share to the people hitting those incentives, and how much will you keep? So a lot of times we incentivize people just to do the expected, or just to get to the norm. That's not what this is about. What we want to try to do is we want to make them achieve more. So first off, we want to set an expected return, what we expect to happen for this particular incentive plan, but we also want to set what we call a superior return. What happens if we blow the lid off this thing, if we really achieve the great results that we're looking for? And then what you want to determine from that is you want to determine your incentive from that superior return.
So you want to map this out, whether it's a spreadsheet or you got to scratch it out on a sheet of paper. You want to know what it looks like for expected return, a superior return, and then you want to incentivize or understand that your incentive comes from that superior return. If we just do what's expected, not good enough. That's not what we're doing this performance incentive plan. So again, think about that. So expected return, superior return, and then take your incentive from the superior return. And then number four, you really want to define the incentive. What formula will you use and when will you pay the incentive? Super important here, because when people achieve something, they want to know how and when they will get paid. So you want to keep that in mind. So some things to think about in number four is that, will this be a percentage of salary? And if so, how much? What's the transition period? How long will they have to get ramped up? And then how long will this incentive period last? We certainly want to make sure that we're tracking it. So what are the key performance indicators that we can track and tweak along the way, and understand that if things are going south or we're not doing things the way we'd like, we can change those on the fly. There's some waiting involved, because maybe not everybody's up to the same skill level, or the teams aren't in the same boat. So maybe you have to take a look at the situation and weight the incentive as well. We want a dashboard. And what is a dashboard? Well, it's one of those things that we can see almost like a scoreboard. Where are we on a day-to-day basis? Where are we sitting? Because people just want to have that feedback. Where are we? How much further are we to that incentive? Give me either a percentage or a dollar figure, or however you're going to track it. Make sure there's some type of dashboard or scoreboard with that. And then when will that award be paid? Super important. Spell it out ahead of time so that we know what's going on there, and you have it all written down. So that, in a nutshell, is what we covered today is our performance incentive plan. Real quick, going back over that. The 4 steps were: define your purpose. So what are the results you're striving for? Identify the people, either the individuals or team. We want to quantify and share the value. So remember, it's superior return versus that expected return, and then define the incentive. So there's about 5 or 6 things that we have to do to find exactly what that is, and the very most important is that when that person's going to get paid. So I want to, again, thank you for being with us this week again for Tuesdays with Tom. Again, my name's Tom Hamp. I'm with Advocoach of Mid-Michigan. You can do us a favor. If you are on the broadcast or the session, you can certainly ask any questions. And if you're looking at this at a later time, certainly contact us and we'll get back to you with any questions that you might have. And then share this. Share this with friends, people in business that you might think could use this. We want to let you know that we're going to be talking next week about leadership. That's not a one-session topic, so we're going to use the next 3 to 4 topics to talk about leadership. And it's not just for leaders or managers and owners. It's about anybody in your organization, how you can be a better leader within your organization. And remember, again, if you like what you're looking at today, it's as far as the Facebook Live session, I have some help. A lot of people behind the scenes make me look good, especially our sponsor today, and that's Coldbox Live. They are a professional live streaming service that takes your live videos to the next level using professional production equipment, clear audio, and graphics. If you'd like to take the hassle out of your next live video and look professional on screen, visit the link right here to learn more and book your session today. So once again, thanks for joining us on Tuesdays with Tom. We'll be right back here next week at 9:30 on Tuesday. We hope that you'll join us then. See you next week.